Hi Fam Bam, welcome back. It's Healthy Hump Day, and today I'm going to be sharing with you an update on my adrenal fatigue and what I've learned from it. So the way that I experienced adrenal fatigue is in that my body did not produce enough cortisol. There was a moment where it was fighting to produce a little bit, but in not producing enough, the body is in a depleted, completely stressed, anxious and exhausted state of being. It basically feels like running out of blood sugar all the time, slightly nauseous, slightly lightheaded, slightly about to pass out, and kind of feeling like you're dragging around a ton of bricks all the time. Physical and emotional resilience is down, immunity is down, and it's really hard to have enough oomph without feeling like the negative repercussions or the amount of recovery period that you have is sufficient enough to completely recover. So cortisol is a very important hormone. We've all at least heard of it, and most often it's called the stress hormone. But cortisol is actually important because it not only helps deliver nutrients into the cells, it helps regulate your blood sugars from dipping too far down. We all know that insulin is what keeps the blood sugars from dipping too far up. But what happens when it comes tumbling down? Cortisol comes in to pick it up and help regulate. So they have this little dance or this balance that helps regulate the blood sugars. Well, if you don't have enough cortisol to pull the blood sugars up and to deliver the nutrients within your cells, you're actually not receiving those nutrients or the energy that you need to function optimally. And if you've ever had extreme levels of cortisol depletion or you don't make cortisol altogether, you're gonna know exactly what I'm talking about. It feels like you have to work 100 times harder to be able to function like a normal human being, to just like walk up the stairs or pick up something heavy. It's exhausting. Of course, over a long period of time, this hormone deficiency causes greater imbalances in the body. So you might experience getting sick a lot, not being able to move or have enough motivation or oomph. You start feeling a little more anxious or depressed. The emotional resilience becomes very, very sensitive because when your body's unhappy, it's highly likely that you're going to be unhappy. Your body's saying, hey, something's wrong here, do something about it. And when you don't know how to identify it or approach it, it really feels like you're out of control and there's nothing you can do. What's funny is in my journey, it is so much more simple, and I could have fixed this a lot sooner. But because of the overcomplication and the oversaturation on ideas of fitness and health and what is a good diet and what's the best lifestyle to have, I really danced around in a circle, sort of kind of doing the things that I needed to fix it, but never really completing the full picture. And then never really understanding why some things only worked sometimes, and then other times, other things seemed to work, but I couldn't completely heal. It wasn't till about a year and a half ago when I said, this is it. I'm not gonna live like this the rest of my life, and I'm going to figure this out no matter what it takes right here, right now. It's so much conviction because I was sick and tired of feeling sick and tired. And moreover, I was super tired of feeling like it was always my fault. I spent 10 years going through therapy, psychotherapy, self-development, and trying to improve every aspect of my life, including my diet, my lifestyle, stress management, and time management. And it still didn't seem like it could be solved. And I couldn't understand why normal people could do normal things like stay up late at night, drink some alcohol once in a while, eat fast food once in a while, and have a smoothie, and totally feel fine and normal and okay, and have enough energy to work out and do all the other things without feeling this complete crash thereafter. So after hundreds and thousands of dollars that I spent on seeing different types of doctors, getting different opinions, trying different approaches, and taking a multitude of tests, I realized that the problem lied in the fact that my body wasn't producing cortisol. And not only that the most important factor of all was regulating the blood sugars. Something that I always felt was very important to our body, and I really think is the key importance to health, is regulating the pH balance, or the alkalinity and acidity within the body. In an acidic environment, the body can become inflamed. It's fertile grounds for disease, cancer, inflammation, and just so much aches and pains. It doesn't function fully when it's completely inflamed, and this is due to high levels of acidity. We tend to approach diet and health like it's this overly complex thing of a list of foods that you should or should not eat and the list of activities you should and should not do. But if you were focused solely on the pH balance of your body, all the things that we know are good for our body tend to stimulate a healthier, more balanced pH. Just like maintaining our blood sugar levels in a healthy, balanced state will actually regulate our hormones. And that was the key to my healing. When your hormones are out of balance, we typically call this a chemical imbalance. Your hormones are chemicals that are secreted through the brain and different glands throughout your body to tell your body how to function and what to do. If they're not functioning optimally, the rest of the body gets thrown out of balance. Everything like your emotional resistance, your ability to digest and metabolize and heal is going to be at an all-time low. And for most people, we suffer some level of hormonal imbalance to some degree. The very specific approach that I took to healing my adrenal fatigue not only incorporated the understanding and awareness of this, but it took everything that I learned combined. The DRESS playlist, or Simplifying Health, DRESS, that I put together is the lifestyle that's going to help encourage healing and support the body to fully recover. My vegan lifestyle and understanding nutrition and eating nutritiously, plant-based, understanding nutrition deficiencies and what we need in the body is still what exists today. Yes, I had to add meat back into my diet, adding just enough to promote restoration and healing in the body, but not more and not excessively. Then after I began to gain energy and momentum and feel a lot better, I began to move and to move vigorously. And that was the end game for me. The first weekend that I spent doing yoga and learning martial arts and I didn't have an adrenal crash, I knew that the adrenal fatigue was game over. Moving the body with vigor and stimulating the cardiovascular system is the quickest, sure-shot way to balance your hormones. At the same time, if your hormones are at a deficiency or an imbalance, moving too much and not following up with the healing and restorative lifestyle can only cause the hormonal imbalance to worsen. So it's a very careful balance in the beginning to shift, but once you start feeling that shift, you begin to know almost moment to moment what your body needs and what it can and cannot do. As soon as you begin to move vigorously and then follow up with major restoration and care, follow up with a highly nutritious diet, never failing to keep your blood sugars balanced through the types of foods that you're eating, healing became super quick and super easy. And being able to avoid and anticipate the things that would cause the body to get thrown out of balance was also super clear. So I've become passionate not only about teaching you guys to move, but teaching you how to move if you have imbalances in the body. You don't have to know how much cortisol you produce or if you have adrenal fatigue to know whether or not you feel good and lit up with energy living your life day to day. My passion is to give you guys the tools and the access and the skills that I've learned to generate this for myself here on this channel and in things like the Move Challenge and the Move program. Life is meant to be worth living, and I am so excited that I'm out of that crazy fog. Like, it was unbelievable, but one of the biggest things that I learned was to have empathy, to understand what it feels like when the body is incomplete and it's deficient, and to feel the way that it feels to not truly be yourself and to feel like you can't function or you can't be the best self you can be because something foggy or something exhausting is holding you back. If you're feeling this way or you're feeling depressed or just not passionate about life, it's quite likely that you have this type of imbalance. And with just a little bit of understanding and trying and learning your body along the way, never ever quit because there's a solution out there. I truly believe that you can have a life worth living and enjoy your body and your experience while doing it. So that is it. That is my story to share and the lessons that I've learned along the way. I'm just so excited to be here and to be able to do this with you, and really excited to be able to do something simple like play pickleball or help move some boxes and feel invigorated by it. That's my ultimate wish for everybody, is to feel the aliveness and the gift of being able to move. So I thank you guys so much for joining me here, and I hope this value and these ideas have added complete value to you. If you have any other questions, let me know below. My dog is whining. I kicked the kids out because I was like, I'm almost done with this video, and he's like, oh, they left me. So come here, bud. Some of you guys have asked who this is. His name's Cash. We had a dog like him named Bingley, and Bingley lives with somebody who lives right next to my mom. He's grown up to be a really big boy and super healthy, but this is Cash. He's different than Bingley. Hi. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Also, I know some of you mentioned that there's something with my mic or audio. I don't know if it's just new or if I'm doing something different, but if the mic issues continue to occur, I am on it and I'm aware of it. So thank you so much. Let me know if you like this video by hitting the thumbs up, and subscribe for more if you haven't, for more on minimalism and health and well-being. I will see you guys back here for Fit Flow Friday. Fit Flow Friday, you keep me healthy. One of my favorite things to do to move for just 5 or 10 minutes is chase this guy around. He keeps me healthy. I love you guys. Bye. I'll see you then. What?